In today's video, we're diving headfirst into a case so haunting, so deeply disturbing, it'll leave you questioning how far human cruelty can really go. This is a story of trust, twisted into betrayal, of manipulation masked as love, and of a woman left to die in silence. But before we unravel this heartbreaking mystery, don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more true crime deep dives, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a case. Also, drop a comment below. Tell me where you're watching from. It's always incredible to see how far these stories reach. Now, let's begin. It was a warm summer morning in Melbourne, Australia, Sunday, February 13th, 2005. While most people were making Valentine's Day plans, the city's attention was glued to something far more urgent. Maria Korp had been missing for 4 days. Her photo was everywhere, and people were starting to fear the worst. A city maintenance worker was doing his rounds at King's Domain that morning, something he normally didn't do on Sundays. But fate had a plan. After checking the water tanks, he walked over to a nearby cafe. That's when he saw it, a burgundy Mazda. The exact make and color plastered all over the news. He walked closer, his heart pounding. There was trash inside, a half-eaten roll, paper scattered everywhere. The windows were rolled up, the doors closed. But the silence around the car, it felt wrong. He called the police. What they found inside the trunk would change everything. She was there, pale, motionless, stuffed into the dark space like an object. It was Maria Korp, and just when officers thought it was already too late, she gasped. She was still alive. Maria had spent 4 scorching days locked inside her own car. No food, no water, no help. The trunk had turned into an oven under the Australian sun. She had severe head trauma, signs of strangulation, and was barely clinging to life. Doctors rushed her into a coma to stabilize her condition. But the question was, who did this to her? And why? To understand the horror, we have to go back. Maria was born on January 14, 1955, in a small village on Madeira Island, one of 12 children, raised in a Catholic family surrounded by poverty, farmland, and strong faith. Her life was hard, but filled with love. She fell for a boy named Fernando. They dreamed of a life together, but destiny had other plans. Fernando was drafted into the military and never came home. Maria's heart shattered. She swore she'd never love like that again. At 19, she was married off to a man named Manuel. They moved to Australia, seeking a better life. It was tough, but they made it work. Until one day, Manuel dropped dead from a heart attack. Maria was widowed at 32, left to raise her daughter alone. But life gave her another chance. Joseph divorced his wife and married Maria. They had a son together, Damien. From the outside, they looked like the perfect family. Dream house, loving home, happy kids. But cracks began to show. Joseph was controlling, secretive. His past, full of affairs and manipulation. And Maria, devout and loyal, began to feel the distance. By 2003, she suspected he was cheating. She found motel receipts, flirty messages. She confronted him, but he deflected, blamed her prayers, her faith, her quiet nature. She even tried to win him back, changing her appearance, agreeing to things she never would have imagined. Swingers clubs, diets, desperate attempts to revive a dying marriage. But Joseph, he had already moved on. He was in love with someone else. Tanya Herman, a single mother with a troubled past, vulnerable, devoted, and dangerously obsessed. Joseph fed her lies, promised her forever, even rented a home with her while still living with Maria. He crafted 2 lives and fooled them both. But when Maria changed the locks, when she said, "I'm done," Joseph realized what he stood to lose: the house, the money, his lifestyle, and he couldn't let that happen. On February 9th, 2005, Maria left for work like any other day. She never arrived. Her son wasn't picked up. Her job hadn't heard from her. Her phone, silent. By nightfall, she was declared missing. What no one knew was that her own husband and his mistress had already silenced her. Maria had confided in a friend weeks earlier, leaving behind evidence of Joseph's affair and a chilling instruction: "If anything happens to me, give this to the police." She knew she was in danger. She just didn't know how soon it would come. Police began to suspect Joseph, but he had an airtight alibi. He was at work, picking up the kids, smiling for the cameras. But Tanya was nervous. Her story didn't add up. Her shoes had bloodstains. Maria's DNA was in her garage. They believed Tanya waited by the car that morning, attacked Maria, then, with Joseph's help, stuffed her into the trunk and left her there to die. When police wired Tanya's brother, she confessed everything. Joseph didn't want to lose his money. His wife was in the way. So Tanya handled it. Maria never woke up again. She passed away 6 months later, on August 5th, 2005. Joseph never faced trial. Days after her funeral, he took his own life, leaving behind a note denying everything. But the evidence, the manipulation, and Tanya's confession painted a dark, unforgettable picture. Maria gave everything, her love. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if this story stayed with you, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a case that needs to be told. Until next time, stay safe, stay aware, and always seek justice for those who no longer can.